Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back. This is just going to be a quick message. I tried to do a video yesterday, but we're in the pre shadow of Mercury retrograde, so things happen. But I wanted to share with you a dream, a short dream that I had that Spirit says is for the collective, and then something that just happened a moment ago. So the dream was very simple. Imagine that, like, you're standing in front of a dirt wall, right? It's maybe like 5 feet taller than you, fresh dirt, and suddenly you start seeing these animals and creatures coming out of the dirt towards you, not at you, but towards you. There's snakes, gophers, moles, various different things, spiders, some creatures that I'm not sure how to describe. I'm sure in your mind's eye you can see various different things, but these creatures are coming out of the dirt because there's something in the distance, off in the distance, that is shaking the ground, right? And it feels like the message of this is like, whatever you're doing, whether you're just sitting quietly and meditating every day, or maybe you're taking these greater energetic, universal, spiritual batters, interesting batter, like pancake batter, right? But these battles, maybe you're confronting them head on. Maybe you're doing your shadow work in that sort of way. Whatever it is, it has helped to create something in the distance that is unearthing these creatures, and they're coming to this wall where there is, I mean, they can fall out and go down into the dirt below, but you're able to see them. So there might be something coming for you that will help give you pieces of the puzzle, bits of knowledge, things like that that you've been waiting for, answers that you've been looking for, truths. Like, think about the symbolism of that, right? The ground is shaking off in the distance, so you are in a comfortable space where you can see what's going on. You can see what creatures crawl out from the earth, right? The other thing is I was just driving and to go towards a delivery, and I was on the freeway, and this interesting thing was going on. And what's funny is, I mean, I suppose the closest I've ever seen to this happening is like when driving through Montana or Idaho, like dust storms that kind of get kicked up on the freeway. But instead, it was strange. It was like, I mean, it could have just been normal, like earth, but it was like black dirt. Like, it was weird on the freeway. And it was, it was dancing around like snakes in there. And it was a long distance of it. I'm not sure if, like, maybe a truck accidentally dropped a load of like asphalt or actual dirt or something. But it was the most interesting thing to see it dancing across. And with the sun high in the sky and no clouds, like, you could really see it. Like, it wasn't a ton of it, but it was enough that you could see it wisping around. There's, nothing creating shadows. So it's like these shadows of snakes dancing around on the freeway in plain sight, right? And quite personally, I like the actual snakes. I like snakes. I like reptiles in general. And even as a symbolism, like, snake represents the ability to shed layers, to become more, to grow. It represents tantra and sexuality and things like that. However, snake also represents, like, well, it's funny because actual snakes aren't really snakes, but like, in a lot of different spiritual paths and symbolism, snakes can represent a certain sort of nefarious nature, and they're venomous a lot of time. Not all of them, but they're venomous. And a lot of people look at them as, like, when you call someone a snake, right? You think of somebody who's underhanded or dirty or things like that. And we can liken it back, like, as much as I'm not biblical, I feel like Spirit has me speaking on more biblical stuff, which is so funny because I'm not very biblical. But Adam and Eve, right? The snake, which is funny because being very pagan, like, there's been a lot of, like, retrospect and looking at that, like, okay, the snake talked Eve into having knowledge and self-awareness, enlightenment, and spirit, not spirit, but God didn't want them to have that enlightenment, wanted them to stay ignorant to, all the things around them. So, I mean, you can see good and bad in that, right? Like, I mean, maybe ignorance is bliss in that way, and they could have stayed in Eden and just been naked and eating their fruits that weren't about knowledge and doing that sort of thing. Maybe it was a bad thing to eat the apple. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe eating the apple led to an incredible adventure called humanity, right? There's different ways that you can look at it, different perspectives. But either way, it feels like it's the what I saw on the freeway is an addition to that dream, and so an addition for a message to you if you feel like this resonates for you, that like the shadows are coming into the light. And it's very fitting with us going into the fall, like heading towards October, Samhain season, things like that. So if you see other things coming about that feel like they fit with this, then know that no matter what's going on around you, you're doing good work. You're doing light work. All right, y'all. Feel free to email me, message, comment, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate your participation.